Hello everyone, Sunset Tomb. Welcome to another mod review, this time on Total Darkness. A mod that simply adds in the ability for the game to pretty much be pitch black in a way, with almost, I guess, kind of near blindness levels of darkness, except that instead of it just being an effect that affects the player, it's mostly just the actual possibilities of what lighting can do, or darkness, I guess, more so in this case. So I've got a bunch of config options, which is pretty much what you're going to be using to tweak aspects of the game to achieve this. And yeah, so we'll just go through what there is. So you've pretty much just got a bunch of true or false options, as well as a few numbers you can use to change certain aspects. So we'll just go with what we have as default, which is pretty much like so. Got some torch lights over there, or torch light sources, and then in the bonus chest. And obviously everywhere else is pretty standard for this here. So we'll pretty much go, I guess, let's see, dark overworld, dark that, dark this. Okay, moon phase. We can change that. We'll see what happens. There we go. Okay, so I don't have to slash reload or anything even. So if you have absolutely no light source whatsoever, it's completely dark. And obviously if we also compare as well, I do actually have bright on. So if we change that to moody for comparison, yeah, that only it does change it enough, pretty much. So it's pretty much pitch black. You wouldn't have a clue where you're going at all. I'm on normal, so we'll take a look at also mobs as well, just for comparison, just to make it easier to see. Yeah, so we can't really see them. We can see spiders' eyes, of course, but anything else we can't really. So anything could easily approach us compared to before, where it's like, oh yeah, you could easily see a fair amount, possibly still even in moody, but here it's quite a challenge. So let's see, we've got, I guess, the following here, which can allow us to change it in the dimension, which actually changes it back. So this is obviously the moody setting. We'll go back to bright, and yeah. So that pretty much means, obviously, you're setting it by dimension of those that can be affected by the darkness, and those that obviously aren't are pretty much just reset to what you've got for typical nighttime. So, yeah, so these refer to the dimensions. Skyless, I'm not sure if that means just when you're in the sky in the overworld, or it just means for any sky, being visible to any sky, I guess. I'm not sure, or only when you're under blocks, because obviously skyless would mean, I assume, when you're not able to see the sky. I don't know. And then default is just, I assume, maybe the default dimension, default position, default settings, I guess. I don't know, something like that. Otherwise, the ignore moon phase we obviously changed, so we've got that, where depending on if it's, I assume, a full moon, half moon, or new moon, it'll pretty much provide darkness. I don't know which one in particular it affects. I assume it's only full moons, but I don't know for sure. But we can try though, so we'll actually change this back, which many of these were, I think, true, and it's just I only changed that one, which was false to true, so that's fine. So we'll go, let's see, set night, oops, hang on, yeah, night, and we'll compare it to midnight, so we'll just go, what's it, 1300, it's 24,000, so we'll go 48,000, that's not even going to work, what am I doing wrong then? Oh, right, it's the number, right, 48,000, yeah, that. Which is the next day, I assume, so we'll go that. No? Okay, I'm just probably stuffing up somewhere. 24. We'll just go 2 days, I guess. Is that actually one? That's it? Yeah. Yeah, I want 48,000 seconds. No, wait, no, that's daytime. 46,000 seconds, I think, is probably what I want. Oh wait, no, that's something days. I don't know time. 102. That's how many days? I don't know what I'm doing. But you get the idea, obviously. It could probably change depending on which moon type. What else we got? Nether fog and only effect block light. Okay, so we go true to that. And I don't know the actual nether fog possibilities. We'll have to take a look in the nether for that one. So just go time set midnight, just because why not? And we should be affected. Should only affect block light. Does that mean darkness when you're standing near it? No. Let's see. No, show me to the moon phase because it's going to be exactly the same as what we already had. So, I don't know. Huh. Only affect block light. Not sure on that one. What does it say here? Skyless, enable in modded dimensions. Ah, okay, so it is actually a specific modded dimension. Right. Normal Minecraft brightness, no bright at all. Or pure black, such and such with no torch, and so on. I guess we'll just go to the nether and find out what it's like there for comparison. And I'll try on the ceiling as well as just in the normal parts of the nether and see what happens, because I assume there'll be differences. And I don't know if anything will matter with cave systems in the overworld. I don't think it should matter, but we'll take a look specifically in the nether for what there is. So there's a bit of darkness here, which I don't know if that's intended or not. Seems like it may be. Yeah, so certain dark patches, and we are on bright, which technically these areas would be a lot brighter. So it does seem like it's definitely benefiting, and it obviously affects the ceiling as well. So we change that to 0. We'll be getting here not much difference. Okay, so we'll go 1 in comparison to that. And yeah, we can see it's slightly different, I assume, or maybe just the fog's a bit thicker. Yep, so there we go. So just fog, not darkness there. Just it's benefiting. Oops. This is just the typical basalt deltas, I assume, maybe, which is likely. Nope, okay, so we've got difference there, I think. Slightly, so just do that. We'll go again, unless it's just the areas that just never covered before when doing it. Maybe, I'm not sure. Effect light. No, okay. But we'll also try the ceiling, of course. We'll go up here. Let's go right up here and we test. Let's see, I don't have a creative one. So we've got lighting here, and we've got that there. Not too much different, I think. And we've got the 0 here. So there's that, and we'll change it back to 1. Just slightly different. We'll go to 0.5, of course. So there's that for comparison. But yeah, so quite noticeable on the ceiling at least, if that's the case, when it comes to lighting and everything there. But yeah, I'd say if you want a challenge or you want things to sort of fit maybe a theme for a build, probably an option. Thanks so much for watching, and goodbye.